51,840 hours. That's how long you've spent not in control of your own body. That is 6 years of your life, and that's only if you're the age of 18. For someone who lives to the average age of 79, that number becomes 26 years of your life that you have spent asleep, with another 7 years on top of that of you trying to get to sleep. 33 years of your life that you will spend in a completely different world with absolutely no memory of it. And no one knows why. You see, there has to be a reason, because if you don't sleep, you die. It's called fatal familial insomnia. It's a rare genetic disease that physically prevents you from sleeping. There's no treatment, there's no workaround. The lack of sleep just kills you in a matter of months. In fact, your body can last longer without food than it can without sleep. So why does nobody treat it that way? Let's actually try and figure this out. Every single thing that evolution has kept in our bodies as a feature exists for a reason. Pain tells you that something is a danger to your body, whether that be emotional or physical. And then the fear of the thing that causes that pain tells you to stay away from it so you don't damage yourself. Even the fact that rotten food smells disgusting, that's just your body telling you you really shouldn't be poisoning yourself. Every trait, every instinct, every reflex, and every single emotion, it can all be traced back, if you go back far enough, to your body trying to survive. Yet sleep doesn't seem to have an obvious one. Think for a second about what sleep actually asks of you. Every single night, for 8 hours out of the 24, a third of your life, your body is forced to the ground, completely unconscious, defenseless, and unaware of everything that's going on around it. For an animal that's trying to survive, that's a disaster. And yet every single animal that's ever existed has done it. Every predator that's ever hunted, every prey that's ever run for its life, at one point, every single day, they all get down on the floor and go unconscious. But it goes deeper than that, because even animals with no brain still sleep. Jellyfish, they have no brain, no nervous system. They're just drifting in the ocean. They still sleep. Animals that are so simple, they don't even have the concept of survival still do this. Which means that sleep doesn't just predate humans, it predates thinking itself. This thing existed way before anything was even conscious enough to question it. And evolution has had millions of years to fix this. Millions of years to produce an animal that doesn't need to go unconscious every single night and hope that nothing finds it in the dark. It hasn't. And that is not an oversight. That is a choice. Evolution has never been wrong before. Let me repeat, never. It has always kept the things we need and removed the things we didn't need in order for an animal to survive. So sleep was a choice. But why? To know that, we need to understand how sleep actually functions, because it's not the same for every single animal. Take dolphins, for example. They sleep with half of their brain at one time. One hemisphere down and one up. Still conscious, still moving, and one eye always open. Even some birds can do this while they're mid-flight, which means that sleep does something that doesn't require you to be completely motionless. I mean, even sleepwalkers can prove this. They get out of bed, they walk around for a few hours, then they get back into bed and wake up with absolutely no memory of it. Yet they're still completely unaffected. They were asleep the entire time. Our bodies can be doing all of that and still be asleep. So why do we have to be fully unconscious? Why do we normally have to be completely motionless when we sleep? It gets even weirder when you look at how long sleep has to last. We're told that 8 hours is what we need, but some people can genuinely function on 6 hours of sleep, or some people need 9. Some even need 4. There's a genetic mutation that affects about 1 in 50 people. That means that they can function completely normally on 4 hours of sleep. No grogginess, no impairment, they're just done. So the requirement of the duration of sleep isn't even the same within our own species. Sleep is not one fixed thing. It looks different in almost every single animal on the planet. So the question isn't really about sleep, it's about you. Because if your body doesn't need to be still to sleep, and it doesn't even need a set amount of time to do what it needs to do, then what is it waiting for you to do? Think about it. Sometimes you are tired and you can lay in bed for hours and still not fall asleep. Yet sometimes you're just completely lights out and you don't even remember falling asleep in the first place. So what is your body waiting for you to do in order to fall asleep? Or more unsettling, what is it waiting for you to stop doing? Well, to figure out that, we need to figure out what you actually are. Think about what makes you, you. Your thoughts, your awareness, your sense of existing in a body, or in a room, or in a life. When you're awake, there's always something. There's a thought, there's a feeling or a sensation. Even in a quiet room, you know if you are there. But when you're asleep, none of that exists. It's not dimmed, it's not quieter, it's just gone. There was no sense of time passing whatsoever. If someone asked you what happened between the moment you closed your eyes and the moment you opened your eyes, you would have nothing. It's not darkness, it's not silence, it's just a hard cut. One moment, it's 11 p.m, and the next moment, it's 7 a.m. Those 8 hours simply didn't exist to you. So, where did you go? Philosophers have argued about this for centuries, and they still haven't come to a conclusion. Scientists can measure stuff like your brain activity, or your heart rate, or your REM cycles, but none of that tells us where that thing that feels like you actually goes. Because the strange truth is, the brain doesn't shut off when you sleep. If anything, it gets busier. The part of you that processes, that memorizes, that consolidates, it's still running. It's just running without you. Which means that whatever you are, you might be the least essential part of your own body. And your brain has figured that one out. It waits for you to go away every single night, and then it gets to work. So here's what's actually happening in your brain while you're not there. Every second that you're awake, your brain is working. It's processing, it's firing, it's consolidating information, all of that jazz. And as it does all that, as it does that work, it's producing waste. There's proteins and cellular debris that build up throughout the day, the byproduct of being conscious. But here's the problem. Your brain can't clean itself while you're still functioning. It's like trying to mop a floor that someone's still walking all over. It's just impossible. So something has to give. What happens when you sleep is the cells in your brain physically shrink. They physically get smaller, and that creates channels in your brain that allow fluid to rush through and physically clean out all of the debris in your brain. And that's not a metaphor, by the way. That is quite literally what is happening in your brain every time you fall asleep. This system was only discovered in 2013, and it's called the glymphatic system. Scientists have been trying to understand sleep for centuries, and we only found this out 12 years ago. And what the brain is cleaning out matters a lot more than you think. One of the proteins it cleans is called amyloid beta, the same protein that builds up in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. Poor sleep sustained over years means this protein can build up faster than it can ever be cleared, which means that the disease that slowly removes your memories and entirely your sense of self can be linked to sleep deprivation as one of its earliest causes. Your brain isn't waiting for you to leave out of habit. It's waiting for you to leave because without you gone, it can't do the most important thing that it has to do in any given 24 hours. So evolution didn't keep a flaw, it kept a maintenance window. And the thing that makes you you is just what's left over after the work is done. You are not the point of your body. You're the interruption. And sleep is just where it's most obvious. Your heart doesn't wait for your permission to beat, and your lungs don't wait for the green light to breathe. Your body has been making decisions without you your entire life. You just haven't been aware of it. If that's got you thinking, there's plenty more where that came from in this video here or all the videos on my channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later.